Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Stephanie McQueen. This video is not something typical I would normally do on my channel, but I wanted to make a video about this. Judging by the title, you can see what I'm going to be talking about, and that is DoorDash and if it is worth it or not. A lot of people have been asking my husband and I about DoorDash and if we like it and if it's worth it and if the money's good and all that. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a video about it. But my husband and I have been doing DoorDash since about October 8th. And so that's probably about 2.5 months, and we've made about $2,300. And DoorDash for us is just totally a side gig, like a little side hustle to make some extra cash and pay off debt and things like that. My husband does have a regular 9-to-5 job. I, however, am a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom. So DoorDash has really been a great way for us to make extra money and pay off debt. And right now we're working on getting a new car, not like a brand new car or anything, but just a new car because we refuse to purchase a car unless we can pay cash for the whole thing. But yeah, anyways, so like I said, we've been doing it for about 2.5 months now. We've made a little over $2 grand, and that is just doing it, you know, at nights, a few hour shifts, and like on the weekends and stuff. There has been some pros and cons to DoorDash, and I totally think it depends on where you live. I definitely have enjoyed DoorDash, and my husband as well. He would definitely say like this is the easiest money that he's ever made because it's just totally, you know, it's available to you pretty much right away. I think you have to be doing it for 2 weeks and a certain amount of deliveries in order to fast pay it, where you get it right away. So you don't get it right away like the first day that you start, but I think it's only like after 2 weeks and so many deliveries, and you can fast pay it over. If not, it will transfer into your account every Monday. The big downside for us for doing DoorDash has been where we live. So like I said, it really is going to depend on where you live. So one downside of where we live doing DoorDash is the military base. We live in a huge military town. Nothing against military people or anything, but because we are regular civilians, it is really hard to get onto base. You can only go through a certain gate, and you need a pass and a background check and yada yada, all this stuff. So we have learned through doing DoorDash where we're at that accepting orders on base is really not a good idea, and it's not worth the time and it's not worth the money. And then not only that, but Google isn't allowed on the military bases, so the directions of where these people live is not accurate. Like there's been so many times where GPS would say that we are at where they live, and then they're clear on the other side of the military base, and it has just been really frustrating. And then there's been one horrible experience there, which is totally not their fault, but it was kind of an icy night, and we slid and hit a curb and completely like popped our tire off to where it was literally just the metal, and they wouldn't let roadside assistance on to get us help. So we were trapped on the military base for like 5 hours till 2 in the morning, and it was just the worst experience ever. So that was kind of one of those situations where it was like, wow, that was really not worth the $7 order that we just took. So, you know, as you do it longer, you learn like, okay, that restaurant takes forever, so I'm gonna go ahead and decline that order because that might ruin my night. And that was kind of what would happen. We'd do a military order and it would take so long. And then by the time we got back off, you know, it felt like our night was over type of thing. And it was like, wow, we made $10 in 2 hours, you know, type of thing. And it was like, wow, that's not worth it. So you'll be able to tell kind of based on where you live. And we don't live in like a huge city. It's like decent size, but it's not like the biggest city. So they've pretty much broken us up on north and south. And we usually go into the south area, but sometimes it can be a large distance. So you really have to know like where things are at, and you know, once you've done it once or twice, you'll say, oh, okay, well, that's not worth it, that's really far, and you can decline orders. And if you accept it and then decline it, and say that it's too far, that doesn't penalize you. But if you just decline it right away, then well, you kind of have to, well, you have to accept it in order to see where that person lives anyway. So yeah, but like I was saying, so we have learned, you know, over time, you know, what places or restaurants, you know, things like that are worth it to go for our time and money. A lot of times they will do plus a certain amount of dollars per order, and like that is really awesome, and that is super helpful. And I've seen, like, in the bigger city that's next to us, man, they be getting like $5, $6, $7, $8+ an order, which would be amazing, like really good money. So I kind of wish we lived in that bigger city, and the restaurants are a lot closer, but I'm sure it's kind of hectic to get it. So it really depends. And I wouldn't say that because I know that gas is a huge concern for people, but we are really, I mean, I don't know the exact amount. We haven't been exactly keeping track of that, but you know, we don't blow through that much gas like doing this, because we really don't go that far. For us personally, we don't think that the gas is really an issue. You know, we're not blowing through anything crazy. Yeah, we've had people question, you know, if we're blowing through like hundreds of dollars of gas in a week or whatever, which I think would be kind of crazy. I don't even know if you could even do that. I don't know. I guess it really depends on where you live, though, and how far away things are. I think the bigger city you live in and the closer the restaurants, probably the better. We're kind of spread out, so the areas that they would consider south for us is kind of like, well, that's not really south, like that's a whole different direction. But yeah, like I said, they just break it up in like two sides, south, north. But no, we really love DoorDash, and we think that's been great for us, and we think this is such an easy way to make money. Like seriously, you just sit and chill in your car and go pick up food and deliver it to people. Like it really can't get easier than that, and it's just like instant money. And we really like it because it just works really well for our family, because there's no commitment to it. You know, there's no set schedule. You have to be there. Even if you sign up for a shift, you don't have to take it. You can cancel your shift and early, extend it if you need to. And then our daughter comes along with us all the time, and she just chills in the back and like watches a movie, and it really is just perfect for our family. It's something that just fit in so nicely. We think it's a really great way to make additional income, yeah, without having to have my husband be gone even longer, or you know, us sacrifice what we want to do and have me go out and get a job. So like I said, we do it together all the time. We just chill, put on music, you know, our daughter watches movies, and it just is simple, and we definitely think that is worth it. A lot of the employees at the restaurant are super nice, and they'll offer you like some free food or drinks or something, you know, while you're waiting. So I think it's really fun. And one thing that we really love that has kind of worked out like as a blessing for us is typically you have to go drive to a hotspot, which is the hotspot is, you know, where all the restaurants are located and everyone's ordering from. But we pretty much live in a hotspot. So when we initially first start our dash, we just sit in our house and wait until we get our first order. We don't go get in our car and drive anywhere, because thankfully we live in the hotspot. So that has really been nice for us. So you might get lucky and live in one too, and you really can just honestly sit in your house until you get an order. Because there has been a couple times where it has taken a little while to get an order, like maybe about 30 minutes, which has only happened about twice. But you know, it's been nice that we're just like sitting there in our house, like kind of ready to go. You know, we're not like waiting out in the car anywhere. We're just sitting in our house. So that has been also like a bonus for us, and kind of makes it worth it, is the fact that we live in the hotspot like that. But yeah, that is basically all that I have. I just wanted to talk about if I thought that doing DoorDash was worth it or not as far as money and gas. And my husband and I definitely think it is, and it fits perfectly for our family. But if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments below. If you guys want to know more details about it, or I guess exact like numbers or maybe gas or something like that, or how it all works, how you sign up, then leave me some comments below. I will love to answer them for you. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I would love to have you. I'm also a homeschooling stay-at-home mom, and I love health, and I love making videos on all of that, and I'd love to have you around. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.